and it's fun. It's fun.
What's personal in my journey as an artist is expression. And I feel I always seek the particular and the universal in balance. And I feel like the art that captures us throughout time speaks to something common in our psychological makeup, to certain commonalities, certain universals that we as humans experience in life and growing. And I also like being of my time, trying to make something contemporary. So that's at the bottom, or always present to a certain extent, in whatever I paint. My favorite thing to paint is people. I love painting figures, and I love painting faces. It's not always the most practical thing because it's so particular, but when you have a love in art, you just have to follow it. These are my paintings over here. The subjects in all of them are people that I knew in passing, or just came connected to at some point in life. And only one of the people in this group was somebody that had started out as a hired model, and we developed a relationship, became friends over time. When I work from models, I like to work from models who are also performers, maybe dancers who do some modeling, singers, and that is because they are also in the business of projecting, the inner life. The word express means to push out, and when you look at a dance performance, when you listen to music, people are pushing out that emotion, and I like to tap into that and be inspired by that. So other art definitely inspires me. In the particulars, in terms of the method that I use, I would have props around, and these three larger pieces all have a prop. One was a little more intentional than the other. I happen to like Alice Neal very much, and this blow-up figure, it's called Safety Man. It's something you put in your window to look like somebody's home. You can set him up reading a paper, and it was just such like an odd thing, and it really reminded me of Alice Neal. So, and the strange people that she painted. So I set up, a friend in a very sort of contemporary, domestic kind of situation, just sitting on the couch with this blow-up figure, and hopefully it inherently has a suggestion of a narrative without being completely particular. I don't want to be all that illustrative of a situation. I'd like to plant the seed and for the viewer to respond to some extent to that. This little baby thing is a carving of a baby that's gold-leafed, and I handed that to this person modeling. And then I also had the African masks, which was very appropriate for my friend who's very political, to be holding, and they almost become boxing gloves there. So these are kind of narratives or suggestions that unfolded in the course of painting. In my personal journey, one of the things I try to do is to circumvent perfectionism, circumvent too much care. So in these pieces, they're all painted in one session. It's a lot of real estate to cover in 4 or 5 hours. And I've also painted with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. And this was something that I started a number of years ago. Interesting that you use the word surrender, because it's partially that, partially tapping into the opposite brain. Maybe technically or physiologically it doesn't do that, but the struggle makes me work a little harder in a way that I feel is connecting to the right brain and to the intuitive side of nature. And this is how I try to reach that goal of art that is expressive and that speaks to people, not necessarily in a way that's explicable, but on a kind of palpable emotional level.
Thank you.